You better put some Kahlua in it.
Kahlua, Henny, Crown. It's a whole smorgasbord.
Jesus, well, that's what I told him on the timeline. I said, hey, you got 4 minutes. You better get your snacks, get your drinks, whatever you need, because we about to be live. This is the Black Rasslin Podcast. Get it out the way now. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscription button somewhere over there. Hit the like button if you like this video. If we make you laugh one time, please. Shouts out to
Jordan,
Doc D in the chat. Bet. Peace to Jordan in the chat. Shouts out to Corey in the chat. Peace to Brother Fam. But is my mind?
How was your day today?
Yeah, what happened?
How was your day today?
What was today? Thursday? It was low key busy. I had to run my son to an appointment real quick.
Okay.
I recorded like 2. Matter of fact, Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. Pay the 1, pay the 10. We were not posting a little bit because of the post WrestleMania dead zone that we get into. So I did a video a day this week. So you got 5 videos this week from me, plus Black Watch, plus y'all got a new Bulls in the China Shop this past Saturday.
Yeah.
Plus I'm all the way caught up on Dark Side of the Ring. Suffering for success. I don't know what it's called, but I don't know what the DJ Khaled title is, but it's actually the hardest part is getting through this part of season 5 of Dark Side of the Ring. Anybody in the chat, y'all watching Dark Side of the Ring? Shouts to Ratless Steve.
What is
today? Is the day after Wednesday, Corey? I'm sorry, what you saying, Mimi?
What's the topics? Who are the features?
Well, all right. So this week I watched Harley Race, which was an interesting one because that legend, like he's literally like one of the last. He's. How did Mick Foley put it? It's like when you see somebody taking a bump over the top rope onto the floor, that's Harley Race. When you see like a diving headbutt, that's Harley Race. Like, but when they talk about Harley Race, it's like it's not like today where like I wanted to be a pro wrestler or I grew up watching pro wrestling. It's like he was just some big guy that fell into the carny. Because again, we're talking like, damn it, we're talking like the 50s.
He passed like a few years ago, right?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact date, but it was not that long ago. But yeah, he was like 16 wrestling people in the carny circuit, where like you had to be a skilled fighter or whatever before because some people are crazy, and if you had to break somebody's arm, you had to break somebody's arm or whatever.
Right.
And then he went into like actual pro wrestling, but he's if you look at the NWA as a big institution, if you look at Ric Flair as like you're like God, like he is the guy that Ric Flair had to beat to be the guy. 8-time NWA champion, but of course like that means he was barely home. He was drinking a lot. He led a crazy lifestyle. Peace to Is the Wiz, man. It's been a minute since I seen your name out there. Peace to Is the Wiz, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
It was good.
2019 for Harley Race. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good to see people. Good to see people. Shouts to y'all for tapping in. And then it was after Harley Race. Was it Chris Colt? I think it was Chris Colt, who was a pro wrestler I wasn't really up on. Another person who like was influential in being like a psychotic character. Jim Cornette says like he's one of the first people to like he had like an Alice Cooper song playing at one point when he was going to the ring, but like it had been so long ago that like he was one of the first people that like did that. Apparently, this is the first time I'd ever heard that. But like outside of that, he was just like a person. He couldn't express himself in life, and he became a pro wrestler and had like a up and down situation with substances.
He was hard though. Like he was very strong. Yeah, like almost like he really threw wild shots in the ring.
Oh no, yeah, he was a legit like wild man. Yeah, exactly, a wild guy. He was. Some of the first time you see like really like gruesome blood, they were saying that he was like, there were some places they wouldn't let him wrestle because he was like so grotesque. Whatever he was doing was so wild. But and then this past Tuesday was Gentleman Chris Adams, who that episode's dropping Sunday on the Patreon. But if you watch it, you know a lot of people may not be up on Chris Adams, because Chris Adams was like the British dude who was in a World Class Championship Wrestling back when the Von Erichs were doing their thing, like the mid 80s. But two things about him. One, he was the first dude who was really doing the, not just the super kick, but like the slap your thigh super kick. That was him. And two, Gentleman Chris Adams is the guy, his school is where a man named Steve Williams went to, and by the time he was done with World Class Championship Wrestling, Stunning Steve Austin was born. I remember Chris Adams for that. That feud was actually crazy. And in the Dark Side of the Ring, they talk about how Chris Adams booked it. He kind of booked himself, his current wife, his ex-wife, and Steve Austin, who eventually like was dating his ex-wife or whatever. It was a weird situation, and then Steve Austin and his ex-wife ended up signing with WCW when Chris Adams was still in World Class.
Gotcha. Sounds messy.
Chris Adams was big in the wrestling mags. Pause. He had because he had the look, like, because down there like they treated the pro wrestlers like rock stars. Yeah, Joey Savage know what time it is. So somebody say he looked like Paul McCartney. I don't know. I guess you could say that, but he was easy on the eyes for the women down there, and apparently he had a good time. Please hit that like button, like Is the Wiz said. But actually, that's enough about that. Because I wanted to. God, is my internet tripping?
Is it?
Shout out Tay-Tay.
Do you hear me?
Tay-Tay. I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Is it delayed?
I can hear you.
But I think it's delayed. I can.
Yeah, you can't hear me.
I can.
I'll be right back.
Oh, it's my show? Hi, guys. What's going on? What do you want to talk about? Anyway, we're going to make it. What'd she say? Oh, okay. We're going to make it my show right now. I'm doing the takeover right now. So, let me tell you what happened to me today. Came home to a frozen apartment.
Hey, yo, that was like, remember when Martin had Gene on the show, yo, and that nigga just left?
It's the internet. I'm telling you, got the internet going nuts. Piece of Tay-Tay. Hope you will. It was the Mimi show for 2 seconds. Actually,
literally,
I've been sitting here talking about goddamn old wrestling. I even put like the new little Yamin on.
Oh,
Maybe this will be the story time bed for right now.
Yeah. Well, can I finish my story before you rudely came in and interrupted me?
I set the bed for you. Go ahead.
So, came into my apartment after working today and getting my nails done to a crazy cold apartment. They're doing some type of project. I don't know. I barely read any of the emails that the building sends. And so they sent an email like 5 days ago talking about they're going to turn off the heat so they can start this project on April 15th. So
what's the project?
It's like a riser project. I don't fully understand it. I'll be honest. So I'm thinking it's just on April 15th. No, it's not.
How many days is it?
Done for the season.
Jesus Christ. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap for the heat. So
they said at this point. Well, you know, the problem is we had how nice was it the last couple days?
Yeah, but I think that was just way too soon because it was
today. No, but what I'm saying, I'm sorry. What I'm saying is maybe they got tricked. Maybe they said, you know what? It's already hot. We just turn that shit off a little early, trying to save some money. Everybody trying to save money around, right?
No, I like to be warm.
I understand. Trust me, I understand. I was mad I had to turn the heat back on. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
I pay for comfort.
I understand.
You know? So now I'm in my coat with a blanket over my legs. But
you need to
here.
you should take a trip to like the Target or the Walmart or whatever. It was cold today.
So I had like a heated blanket and I gave it to my niece. So I think I'm gonna have to get another one.
Or hit up the Amazon that Prime next day or something, because it's cold. It's gonna be cold.
70 degrees. Is that crabs weather?
No, it was nice. I had a brief conversation with Matt. It was sunny at one point, like I don't know what time in the evening, but I was mad because it was dreary as hell all day up here. God damn it. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Shouts to Vin in the chat. Shouts to Peace to Sham. No, I wanted to was there anything else that you had going on with your story, Mimi? Your nails look nice.
Thank you. Me.
My goodness, Regina.
There, Bam in the background today.
Hey, how long? I mean, we went an hour. I don't think we'll go an hour for a cold open this week. Nor are we going to be going crazy with all this other conversation. Damn. But you know, people are on their time sometimes, and sometimes it take them a little bit. I need to hit up Vin though. No, I wanted to shout out before everything though. Because it is a low-key Black Rasslin weekend this weekend. Tomorrow, April 19th, in Concord, North Carolina.
That's already Friday. Wow.
Ashe Cosmos is going down in collaboration with Marcus Kaiser. AsheWrestling.com, of course. They got matches, yo. Sunny Kiss versus Darius Carter, Kiera Hogan versus Danny B, and Danny B's gonna have Charity King in her corner, and that'll tie into the first Ashe. They got Culture Inc. is gonna be wrestling. Treehouse Lee gonna be there. Promise Braxton and Tootie Lynn.
The internet is interneting.
The internet should be there, but it may not be. I may be in the Cosmos. Am I in the Cosmos? No, I'm back. Kevin Knight and Movie Mike.
I like Movie
Plus,
Mike.
and look at all these matches.
Yeah.
I like Movie Mike as well. Well, they got other people that's going to be showing up as well. Yaya's going to be there. Billy Dixon going to be there. It's going to be his in-ring debut. I don't know. It's going to be a dope show.
That's nice.
Ashe Cosmos. My fault.
3 times.
Plus, yeah. On Sunday, April 21st, Fight Club presents April Reigns. Look at that damn card. Look at that damn. Let me get, because they had a couple of pictures up. What was the? I'm assuming the main event's going to be Andino defending that Chocolate City title against Mike Thunder. They got Jordan Blade versus Brooke Valentine on the show. That's going to be ill. Duffel Bag Boys are having a spin the block challenge. And there's going to be a bunch of other appearances there as well. Again, you see what's going on in that picture. And that's Sunday. My internet is internet, and I apologize.
Hey,
maybe it's me.
That Andino match is bring your own weapons, like if New Jack was still wrestling.
What?
I apologize.
I think it's him. Is it him? Is it me? I don't know.
It's me.
Okay.
It's me.
This is so funny.
It's me. No, it's internet, and this is throwback Black Rasslin.
Hi.
This is how it used to be.
I love the delay.
It's funny. BYOB, but with weapons? What?
Right. It is.
What?
Bring your own weapons. You didn't hear, fam?
No, I didn't. My internet's been interneting.
So what was it, fam? One of the matches is bring your own weapons, like
The Andino match.
The Andino match is bring your own weapons.
He's defending his title. It's going to be like a bucket of. You can bring a gun. Can you bring a gun to that match?
Oh my God! Violence.
First of all, Cal, Jesus Christ, right? Second,
I'm just asking a question. Jesus Christ.
The fans bring the weapons, not like the rest.
Oh, so you better not bring a gun.
Jesus Christ.
That'd be crazy.
right.
I'm just asking questions, making sure. PSA: don't bring a gun to the wrestling show.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Technical difficult. No, we good. Let's talk about stuff like pop culture. What you watching, Tay-Tay? You watching Shogun? What are people watching out there? Matter of fact, I meant to hit up.
I need to finish Shogun.
I need to. I was.
The world.
What'd you say, fam?
They watching Drake versus the world.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Actually, that's been the thing that's been going on. Is Rick Ross. Waiting for Rick Ross to make fun of Drake some more. Is this the biggest? This no way. This is the biggest can of. It's because this is a real.
I've never seen that.
It's a 22 ounce.
I've never seen that on. I only see those.
It's 24 ounce. I'm sorry.
Like a Beer King or something like that.
Beer King.
Like when you have parties and you go to the beer place, the wholesale spot.
This is just lay hood. I mean, this is called,
bodega.
Yeah, this is called and not even. Shouts out to homeboy. He not a Yao Ming. He from India, I believe. I don't want to say his name, and I don't want to quote where he's from because I don't know exactly where he's from, but that's the homie. They hold it down.
Don't want to be racist.
I'm saying. Matter of fact, both of the spots are never mind. Anyway, I saw people saying that Kendrick Lamar is currently on the clock, right? Because we've not heard anything from him ever since Drake dropped the push-up record. That's fine. You cannot drink beer. I drink the beer.
Oh my God, my nose is running. I'm cold.
Here she goes. She in there freezing to death. That's what's going on.
It's terrible.
Goddamn glacier over there. What is
right?
That's stone cold. That is stone cold for real. Nah, so we haven't heard from Kendrick Lamar back. I don't think we're going to hear back from Kendrick Lamar anytime soon.
I honestly think that I almost feel like people don't want to. They don't want to like. I feel like I don't think anybody's threatened by Drake. I'll be honest with you. I just don't think so. I think they just don't want to pull out the cards.
Right.
That's why it feels like they're gonna let Rick Ross just do his thing. I think Rick Ross is being super petty. Like he should have stopped on Sunday.
He's still going.
He's being real 50 Cent right now.
No, yeah, he's actually taking. Well, because 50 Cent did that to him a while ago.
Right.
Back when this is.
Got his.
Now he's got Instagram. That's what it is. Now he's got Instagram and emojis. He can just take a nose and put it anywhere.
Right.
It's a shot. Right. But
DL Drizzy.
No, that's the thing. Like immediately being like, "Hey, it's the reason you wearing all them clothes because you're 6." That's crazy, right?
Yeah. He doesn't care about the shot. He doesn't care about anything. And he's just gonna keep going because I think when you run in those circles, things happen, right? And we as people, we're just like sitting on the edges of our seat, wanting them to spill but I think it's more like a scare tactic. I don't really think that he's going to drop anything like Homeboy did.
Pusha T?
Pusha T. I don't think he's going to go that far.
If Rick Ross has whatever T on Drake, you don't think he would? No. If there was another track?
No, I think he would push the teeter. He would teeter, but he wouldn't do it. He would have did it already. He would have did it already.
Well, no. Well, again, what you call champagne? What was it called? Champagne moments. What was it called?
I don't know.
Champagne.
Poppy?
No. It was called Champagne Moment. Yeah, Champagne Moments.
Great songs like that.
No, this is the Rick Ross song. This is the Rick Ross record that came out was called Champagne Moments. If Drake drops a record, and on that record he starts talking about some whatever shit. Mr. Correction Officer, whatever. Like he goes, he pulls whatever tea from Rick Ross's past that he has. You don't think Rick Ross is going to respond?
I don't think anybody cares about that correction thing. Nobody cares about that.
What I'm saying, whatever it is, the corrections thing. I watched the video on it early, and he's already owned up to it.
I just don't think that that's something. I'm shocked that he even brought that back up because.
Yeah, that's a good point, Justin.
I don't know, but then again, I have not been really following it because I think it's going after Sunday. I was done. Like I got my key on Sunday, a little bit on Monday, and then I was done with it. Like now it's just okay, relax. It's
the funniest thing that I heard, because there was like, I think the thing was after Sunday there was just like residual effects. Like at some point some guy said that he ghost wrote one of the Kendrick songs, and like all the Drake stands were Drake stands were trying to use that as like whatever fluid to say Kendrick's trash or whatever, but then he recanted on that, and somehow Roddy Ricch got involved, and there was like a phone call, them going back and forth that ended with Roddy Ricch like, all right, bet I'm gonna see you. Like
what?
Because I think there's a theory out there that, and I'm not, and all right, this is the thing, and I'm not saying that this is a work. I'm not saying that the Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Rick Ross, whatever situation is a work, but remember that it wasn't too long ago that people were saying, first quarter ain't really been no hip hop, like they ain't been no records, like they ain't been no hit singles in a minute, blah blah blah. It was not that long ago when that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying they're manufacturing a beef, but what I'm saying is if they're piece to Vin Forte, I'm saying if there's beef out there, mm-hmm. I think a lot of people are going to seize on it, because at that point, if your name's attached to it, a blog's going to write about it. A Twitter's going to talk about it. A bald beard dude on a podcast is going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to hit the cycle.
Yeah. I think that's what it is, because I feel like the music has been such in the shits as of lately that, and he's been dominating.
Who, honestly, Drizzy Drake?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, you know, don't let my son, you know, he thinks that Drake is everything, you know? And
How long has that been?
That he thinks Drake is everything?
Yes.
10 years?
He's 20, so at like, least. Yeah, 10 years, yeah.
What was 10 years ago? This is funny. The irony of this conversation that we're having right now. Because in the past we would have, anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Let's go to Drake discography. 2016 was Views, so way before then. Young Money.
He's been loving Drake since Young Money. So he was maybe like 7 at the prime.
Take Care, that was 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Math.
Look at this man.
I'm sorry, Math. We're like a foot into a Drake conversation right now.
Why?
We're talking pop
because
culture.
I mean,
pop culture.
Yeah, Tay-Tay's in the chat, and she said, "Why ain't nobody talking about Drizzy and them?" So,
well, that's Tay's problem. She's got her own podcast where she can talk and yell about it. She does your sports show.
Yeah.
Word. You know who Tay-Tay is.
Then why was Sparks wild about Moxley? Because he's allowed to be wrong.
Yes.
What? Regina too old to be listening to that bullshit.
I'm just trying to have a conversation, literally.
Yeah, where's the grown woman music? Come on.
Yeah,
it's great. You drop the Drake, pick up some Kenny Lattimore, then call me. Okay.
Does Kenny Lattimore have new music?
Yes.
No, but the old music is still good. You can still listen to the old music.
No, I'm not listening to Kenny Lattimore.
Why not?
Are the kids?
You're never too busy to listen to some Kenny.
He got a jam. He got one of my favorite jams.
What's it called?
Well, granted, it's a remake, but it's still
Here
my
you go.
name. It's
What you
Starship.
mean? He remade something, or somebody
Yeah.
remade his song?
Yeah, he remade it.
What is it?
Starship. You are my starship. Come take me.
I'd have to go check it out.
Why you squeeze your eyes shut?
That's how you think.
Has it been-
Close your eyes.
My starship.
It's been since So Far Gone, like that. It's
Yeah.
day dot basically.
What? What's been since?
Actually,
That's
put shoes
2000.
on,
That's
Sam.
15
Sam, I put
years
shoes on for this. in
What?
fact.
of Drake being that guy, essentially, literally.
No, he wasn't that guy for 15 years.
Norman Connors passed?
I would say, Take Care was maybe. Take Care was around the time like I feel like he was in this weird place, and
He's always been weird.
and I know.
No, what do you mean though by weird place?
Like he put that album out, but there was no energy behind it. Like there's energy
He's
behind.
never
every
really.
other-
He's a very low energy guy.
I wouldn't say that.
I really can't stand that nigga.
He's
who,
not
Drake?
great. Like
No,
he's not.
he's
He's
okay.
okay. Like he's not for us.
No.
Who was he for? Who's he rapping for?
He's
then?
for like 15-year-old girls.
No, when he's rapping though, he's not rapping for. He's singing for them. Who's he rapping for?
He's rapping for them.
He's
as
rapping
well.
for
Depends
himself.
on what part of rapping that you're
Right
talking.
now,
Drake is
Push
not
Ups,
for me, for sure.
the song that dropped Saturday. Who was he rapping for?
He was rapping for those same people because you know what I mean. You feel like these are the people that support me who don't really listen to this over here.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna cater to them so they can crown me the winner of
I feel you. I feel you. Shouts to Peeps. But the thing is on
Also, happy
Push
birthday,
Ups he
Peeps.
was.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Oh
Pete.
shit! Happy birthday, Peeps.
Happy
It was this
birthday,
week.
Pete.
Let me. Always with the applause. All right, back to the piece of shit.
No.
My fault. It didn't work. That's funny, fam. That's funny. Nah. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
That's good. So we don't have to talk about Drake anymore.
Yeah, you should.
No, it was-
as whatever age we are.
No, that's what I was saying. On Push Ups, he's talking about Kendrick doing verses for pop like Maroon 5 and there you go, Mimi, and Taylor Swift and stuff like that. Like Drake right now is calling, because there's only so much you could say about Kendrick. So one of the things that he said was, Kendrick, you need to come out here like you was doing these pop records or whatever, like doing these features or whatever. Drake said that.
Why? Why would Drake say? Who the fuck cares what Drake has to say about Kendrick Lamar?
Everybody?
That was my reaction.
All right. Well, everyone's allowed to be wrong. So
Okay.
I'm
All right. Remember that when we're talking about Cody Rhodes. Remember that when we're talking about Sami Zayn and some of y'all favorites. Remember that there are some times where everybody's allowed to be wrong.
listen,
That may be the name of the episode. That may be the name of the episode.
Everyone's
That
allowed
may
to
be
be wrong.
the name of the episode.
Listen, someone brought it up in the chat before. Sparks is big wrong this week.
So,
Where is this?
Well, I don't know if people saw that about
Comment
what was going on
Yeah, he can
Wrestling.
comment on the private section. Where is he?
he's
Sparks?
No.
No. He's in the ether.
Cuz
Yeah.
is in the ether.
He's in the
Okay.
ether.
Yeah, I don't.
What was it?
understand.
Sometimes
Big
everybody could be wrong. Sometimes is that what you're saying?
Everybody plays the fool. Sometimes.
No, that is not. I'm not getting copyrighted. YouTube. That's not what it is.
I'm not a Drake fan. I don't understand the Drake shit.
Hey,
It's no way possible, and this is my thoughts. There's no way possible when I'm in my 20s. I understand your music. I feel your music. My daughter hits 18 and she feels your music.
oh
When
wow.
you're 40.
That's. I mean, is that who he's talking to? 18-year-old girls.
40.
Well, but he's also hanging out with the Kai Cenats.
That's true.
Oh my
Who's
God.
also a fucking idiot.
But he's like 21, 20,
Why?
21, 22.
Why? You're not having those. No disrespect to anybody
No, talk about it.
20s that is watching or listening. People in their 20s make me itch.
Why you say that?
Pardon me, because they don't have.
That's funny word.
It's all the ones that I encounter. The world revolves around them. They have no understanding of how this shit works.
Yes, but I would say when it comes to
we're not talking about your son.
No. I'm not
Okay.
even talking about my son.
Okay.
I think when you have people that listen to music, I don't listen to music as I used to back in the day, but I know that I told my son, if you are going to say you like music, you have to listen to all of it. Even like the past stuff, to the point where what's that movie came out? The Public Enemy movie?
5 Heartbeats.
No.
Public Enemy movie.
The
Public Enemy. You talking about NWA?
Yeah, NWA.
NWA, sorry.
You have a black.
What was it?
Yes, I win. That's 1,000 points, right? How'd I pluck that out of thin air?
You're finally at 0.
Straight out of Compton. Straight out of Compton.
Facts. Good
He
job.
knew every word from that album, and I did not know that my son was listening.
Even the cuss words?
Everything. He was in the theater with his friends listening to everything. He was obsessed with
like
Eminem. Obsessed with Eminem at one point. I think it all brings up the parent.
Let me find out Mimi racist is crazy.
That's funny. I'm sorry. Shouts to the 609.
I forgot Vin was on the show.
Vin right there. Shouts to Sham. Shouts to Sham. I told you. Sham.
So we gotta teach the kids. Listen.
It's too late. Nah, it's too late.
Listen to this.
It's too late.
My son is a huge Outkast fan.
That's what's up.
And funny, I'm gonna jump around a little bit. He is singing every day. He's singing like lovely day, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know this shit? He's like, it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
YouTube.
Well, that's the thing. Those YouTube shorts and the Instagram reels now, like they'll be random songs will get hot off of those reels now.
And he was humming.
Yeah.
Can't remember what T-Mav said. He was humming it, and I'm like, how the fuck does he know? It's YouTube Shorts.
It's YouTube Shorts. It's the way people are discovering and intaking music is changing, like Mimi was saying. But I
respect that portion.
But the thing is because of that, because of Spotify and a lot of these services, they at this point you can find one artist and you're just going down a rabbit hole finding. At a certain point, people feel that they don't need the curators. They don't need the outlets and the institutions that say, hey, we're going to say we like this and we don't like that for that reason.
Bullshit.
So that's gone. And what's left is Kai Cenat. At this point, Kai Cenat and the radio are the places that rappers go when music comes out.
Yeah.
The rappers,
maybe a podcast.
The rappers who want to cater to the people who don't know any better.
If you're putting out, well, I'm saying if you're an artist, if you're an artist on, well, that's what I'm saying. If shouts out 609, peace of Antoine. If you are an artist that's on a label that you need to recoup your advance from, you're going on that circuit, and sometimes that circuit involves being on Twitch with Kai Cenat. Going to academics, YouTube or whatever.
But here's the thing: I still think people respect people who can give you good discourse. It's just where you get that is different, because it used to be, I used to catch some late night show or so, you get these 6-minute segments where it's like, oh, that's really cool. Now it's like a 6-minute segment of something, if you really want to dig deep, isn't going to cut it. Like, you want the podcast interview of that person. So people want, like, and that extends to music as well. Like, you would read an article in the local newspaper, but the article in the local newspaper is only going to be, 2,000 words or whatever, and no one reads newspapers anymore. So eventually it moved to online, the blogs where you have infinite words to work with.
Fan with the real news. I'm sorry, Vin. I'm sorry, Vin. Fan with the real news.
No,
that's
Vin, after Cal disrespected the shit that you were saying and cut you off, I'm going to say this.
Call a spade a spade.
So when it's you just said people are looking for more than that 6-minute interview, and I'm completely ignorant to this, but this is how I see it. I don't think anything that's on Kai Cenat is giving me deeper than the 6-minute interview. If that makes any sense,
right?
What I'm saying.
Well, again, it depends on what are you going for Kai Cenat for? If you're getting
right,
people are going to watch a goofy stream.
Where do you get the?
That's enough.
But I guess I think the thing that we're not hitting on is that a lot of this is based off a demographic. Like, I would imagine,
how many times in the past 5 years have you seen these YouTube pages pop up where it's nothing? They'll put out like less than 10 videos a year, but they're all like these 3-hour dissections on a single topic.
Of course, yeah.
Someone the other day put up a 48-hour video on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, the Bill. I don't know about all that.
And it's like, I'm not watching that, but that was just a thing that was going around. Because I didn't watch any of it.
That's a great question.
Minute one of that, because I have no interest in dissecting the Beverly Hillbillies. But the fact that someone made a 40-hour video about that,
damn, that's hard.
It's like you can go hard on anything.
That's ridiculous.
But the fact
what
that
4 terabyte file they got sitting on a hard drive somewhere? What the hell?
wait.
Yeah, it was an expose on Jed. Jed was going ham. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wait. Can you really go hard on anything?
Yeah. You can go hard on anything. That's the tribal chief. You can do a whole 4-hour to do on the tribal chief where you're going hard on him.
Not at all.
Vin,
no.
This is normally when we block you. We block you in the chat for this comment.
That's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous right there.
Macro-protein.
Is this new? Is this new?
I don't know what it is. I think that's a remix. Oh, this is what we was playing yesterday.
I can't hear.
Remember the meeting? Because why can't you hear it?
Because he don't have no headphones on.
All right, man, hold on, motherfucker.
No Diddy. People really saying no Diddy now?
Yeah,
no
you got
Diddy.
to.
No, you did that. That's been a thing. That's been a thing since Fanvember weekend.
Yeah.
I woke up on Fanvember
last week where those guys eating the hot dogs they were just saying Diddy. I don't know what the hell they were talking about.
I was watching what?
Wait, what?
What
you go on the Patreon, Bulls in the China.
No, I didn't see that episode.
We had DDM.
It dropped this past Saturday.
Wait. Y'all had Dap on there too?
Yes.
Yep. Giddy for the Diddy.
No, Giddy for Diddy is crazy.
That's ridiculous. That is not the name of the episode.
I'll tell you what the clip. We'll tease people. The clip was there were these like people who usually review food in their cars. These like kids in their 20s. And they went to the Bunny Ranch to review the hot dogs and popcorn at the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
The Bunny Ranch.
I was about to say, Mimi, do you know what the Bunny Ranch is?
Do
you remember Cat House on HBO?
It's the whole house.
Oh.
Yeah. You watch Cat House. Yeah.
You ever see G-String Divas?
Lamar Odom still there.
He's still eating M&Ms, right?
Out of somebody's butt.
Wow.
Get him out of here. Get him out.
Would spread their cheeks and
You're-
shoot M&Ms at people.
Okay, then. Okay.
What is going
Listen,
on?
this is
Like the
real
hibachi-
fucking life,
like-
meaning.
No,
This is what
Like
happens.
the hibachi.
Like the hibachi shit. Yeah, when they throw the shrimp at you.
This is ridiculous. Jesus. Is there?
Yo, if somebody make the volcano with their butt, it's
Oh.
crazy.
We gotta stop. We gotta get it. I can't. Where is?
No.
The hibachi butt volcano.
Where
I need you to
is?
stop. I need you to stop right now.
Where is DDM? Man, we just
with the mouth from my ass is crazy. I know you seen
Lightning.
that.
Lightning.
Did
Lightning on fire.
you see when the man was sucking that stripper butt plug?
Okay.
It was
I
like it was
didn't-
butt
I
fire.
missed that episode. Okay.
this nigga Mike? I can't.
I didn't see that.
Why y'all mute me?
Because you said the
YouTube,
butt plug.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Like the brother off Boys in the Hood. You know how he had the pacifier in his mouth?
That's crazy.
Like, he had the butt. Yo.
That's crazy.
Okay. I'm glad you know that it's time.
All right, yo. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Now we sorry.
It's like
Not when I was like, hey, stop.
Call of his hand in the cookie jar. Like, sorry.
You didn't want me to eat the. Oh, my fault.
You didn't want me to mention the butt plug. Okay.
Hey,
Like I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Today.
Right now.
I don't know. TD Cakes is crazy.
Listen, Mimi, if Roman came out and said that, well.
No, I'm not sucking Roman's butt.
Hey, we need to
I
start
didn't
the show.
say
All right?
anything.
DDM, wherever you at, DDM, wherever you are. We got to start the show.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed part of All-Star Wrestling.
God damn it, fam. See, I was
It
gonna
is the
say,
time of swallowing. Have you ever been swallowed up?
See,
swallowed.
I was gonna say, I'm going to put TD Cakes on the list,
Okay.
but I was gonna say I don't know if it could be the name of the episode, but Brother Fam said it's the name of the. Damn it, I got to put it in bold and everything. Jesus Christ.
And Peep
mean-
said that it was the name of the episode.
Damn
Yeah,
it,
it
TD
is
Cakes
her
is
birthday,
crazy.
so.
Is that gonna? Have people been saying TD Cakes? Is that
This is the
is
first I'm seeing of it.
Is that good or bad SEO? Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast. If you've been watching this for 43 minutes, not only has my internet been going crazy, but you know that God is still working on all of us, plus the people you can't see. As always, it's your boy Cal. I don't know how many times I held that damn disputed prediction championship. Whenever I want my title will return to me. But you can just call me Cal. As you saw, the squad is on the line. Mimi, say what's up to the people here.
What's up to the people? I'ma bring the throwback. Ack.
Okay. Damn.
There you go. Back.
Brother Mav.
Let me help you out, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wonderwall.
Damn it.
and special
Can you
special
actually
guest.
play? Can you play anything on that? Can you actually do a tune?
I thought he was gonna play that Justin Timberlake song.
Did you just hear me?
I did hear it. I did.
Hold on, let me give you a little
Yeah,
song.
let's give
Give it a little something.
Oh yeah, tune it up. Yeah, make sure you got it tuned properly.
You got to tune the band up. Yeah, Shawn Michaels.
He's tuning the band up, y'all.
Hold on. Yeah, ready?
This impromptu
ready.
unplugged.
We're ready.
I remember Unplugged. Those are the
Alright.
days.
Hold on, let me get my fingers right.
Yes.
Dang man.
Excellent.
Oh, that was great.
And our
Dang.
special guest.
Oh my God, it's me.
Yo, I thought those were black masks that you had back there.
Yeah, my black mask collection. Yeah.
I thought this was my mother's house.
Yo, this, is,
Wow.
this is the whitest Black Rasslin has ever been right now.
Yeah, this is,
But,
and shouts to Brother Fam
Yeah, who's in the ether, I guess.
in the ether.
Just-
The powers of non-ether flowing through your speaker. Nobody. I'm the only one that knows Signs is a Life, right? Jersey. Anyway, let me. What happened this week? I want to know from y'all, who are watching SmackDown on Saturday. We finally get to see the Bloodline show up on SmackDown. They take out Jimmy. It's a hooded fellow comes to the ring. This brother named Tama Tonga. I don't know if I heard. Were there any reports of Tama Tonga?
I did see it like a while back.
Yeah.
I'm saying
On
like
his way, basically.
but last week.
Maybe a month.
Before last week, yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing indicating that he would be making an appearance on SmackDown as a
No.
as
I
a
thought it was
Bloodline member.
I thought the timeline was just doing what they do. Like, they put stuff in the air and sometimes it just doesn't happen.
What were your thoughts on Tama Tonga's WWE debut?
I mean, they couldn't have positioned him any better. Like, he comes out, they've added a new wrinkle to the Bloodline in the fact that Solo seems to be the heir apparent, or is at least like taking charge. He came out, he beat the shit out of someone, then immediately is now in a program with the Bloodline and Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's frightened as fuck. It's
Yes,
like
he
the most
is.
frightened he's been. They're like, who did this? It's like, order of the tribal chief. And now you're thinking like, well, who's the tribal chief? Like, if Roman didn't call Paul Heyman,
Right.
who's he talking about?
I guess my first question is if Roman lost the title, he's still the tribal chief, Mimi? How does that transfer of that distinction work when you're the tribal chief and then you lose that title?
So he's been telling a story from the very beginning that the title is what's feeding the family. The title is what keeps them on the top of the mountain. And he lost the title. When Solo came, the elders sent Solo. And so the elders, I would think, would still dictate who sits at the head of the table. He lost it. I'm a little stuck on Solo being the tribal chief. I'm stuck because he's younger. He's still not as experienced. You know what I mean? And
We don't know if he's the tribal chief.
Right, but a lot of people are saying who is the tribal chief, and they're trying to say that maybe Solo has deemed himself the tribal chief. Because he's less experienced. I'm just thinking based off of what people are saying. He's less experienced than Tama Tonga. So why is Tama Tonga following him? And then people are saying The Rock might be the tribal chief, but he's not the tribal chief. He's referred as the high chief.
Well, maybe he's now the tribal chief because Roman lost.
Right. So I say this to say, when we go back and we're like, well, we're trying to figure out the distinction between high chief and tribal chief. On the graphic, it says high chief.
Yes, I did see that.
So that's where I'm like, could it be The Rock? You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. I think Tama Tonga showing up was great for the business, because a lot of these guys go to, New Japan and they're super successful.
Facts.
And you know what I mean, for a very long time. And sometimes it just ends up that they're just known for New Japan. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah. And for him to finally get here is, I think, incredible. And it was perfect. Just enough, not too much.
Yeah, well, okay, it's only been one episode. So, it's post-WrestleMania. It's only been one episode. We're going to find out a lot more in the coming weeks. Hey.
Shout out TDM.
Hey! How's it going?
It's going.
Hey, y'all.
We just give us some initial reactions on Tama Tonga making his WWE debut
with his fine ass, looking good.
Yeah, looking.
Hey, Joey.
You know who was looking good this week that people were really shitting on was Sheamus. People were really shitting on Sheamus this week.
Damn it!
The man's 47 years old.
Not there yet.
No, I did see. What were they saying though?
They're like, "Oh, Sheamus is fat now. Look at fat Sheamus." It's like, first off, look at the average person when they're 47. Second of all, he's a beefy boy. He's a big brawler. Like, what do you want?
Beefy.
That's a bunch of crock. Sheamus is paid a lot of money to show up and look a certain kind of way. And guess what? Deonna Purrazzo got dragged not too long ago.
Yeah, she got dragged too.
And they kept it cute. Here's the thing.
You was the only one dragging her.
Here's the thing. Okay?
Looking fat
You cannot
Sheamus.
get mad at a public who saw a product look one way when it left and look another way.
Hurt.
You ain't I was gonna say.
You ain't never been on workers' comp.
Then if he's been hurt, then you keep him off television until he's ready to come back.
Ain't never been
he's also been in the business for like what, 15, almost 20 years now.
But we pay too much money for this. This shit is not cheap. You know
my question.
WrestleMania tickets is. You know how much this merch is. You know how much this shirt is. I deserve to get a product. If I want to see that, I go to a local indie wrestling show.
You said what? Yeah, you should. You should have left with me. I could have got you the t-shirt hookup for real. $10.
Hold on before DDM start dragging everybody for being out of
I just feel like there is a standard, and maybe it's because I come from show business and I come from sitting in label offices and them telling me so much stuff and seeing what the standard is. Right. I'm sorry, you cannot get mad. The public is very unforgiving. Okay, damn. People will come up to you. I just did a talk back with our mayor here in the city. Mm-hmm. And everybody told me I did a good job. I had one lady come up to me, didn't ask me my name, didn't introduce herself, didn't say nothing. You know what she said to me? You should have asked all of the people in the movie to stand up and acknowledge them. Didn't say nothing else about it. She picked out the one thing that I didn't do well. That's the public. And we got to stop getting mad at the public for having an expectation for a product that they are paying for.
But Dad, Kevin Owens been fat. Kevin Owens been fat.
Like Sandra said, should Otis get in shape?
That's his character. Sheamus' character is not that. Sheamus was presented and has always been presented a certain kind of way.
Right, as a bar brawler, which I think he looks fine for a bar brawler.
As the pale white man that beat people up.
Yeah, like bingo. That's why I think of like when I think of.
Sorry.
You good, Mimi? You good? Bless you.
Okay, Mimi?
I don't know what happened.
No, Mimi dealing with some things right now. Go to the pre-show. You can see what she was talking about.
Before we got to Sheamus,
right?
I wanted to say something about Tama Tonga.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the fuck it was, so I brought us back here for no reason. But
we were
I
saying
do
he looks
believe,
good. We're saying Tama
I
Tonga
do
looks
not
good.
believe. I don't believe Solo, like Mimi was saying, the elders sent Solo to get things help get things in order, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he can't take over on his own. He can't just go rogue and take over.
Well, no, that's why they're saying there's going to be a civil war.
What I was going to say is without proper notification,
clearance.
like motherfuckers. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
without proper clearance. And who is the soldier to call the war? The soldier rarely calls the war and wins.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
So I would assume that he's getting a call from somewhere else. Being that he broke the phone.
He stomped shit out that phone. I like that shit.
I would assume it's The Rock.
I just like violence.
I do like but it meant something.
I was sick of those segments of Paul Heyman be like, the tribal chief has called me again. It's like, okay, stop calling. Eventually someone's got to show up.
He wanted to hit Paul. He can't. I think the thing is he can't beat Heyman up because they still need Heyman.
Why can he not beat Heyman up? Because he still falls under line.
Well, facts. But I also think he's good for business. I mean, Rock know that it's good. It's better to have Paul Heyman on your side right now than to not have Paul Heyman on your side. At some point, I think Paul Heyman is going to be on Bloodline Wolfpack as opposed to Bloodline Hollywood. It's going to happen.
Bloodline what?
All right.
Bloodline Wolfpack.
Right now,
that was Wolfpack right there.
If the high chief, if the final boss is orchestrating a coup, if you will, of the bloodline,
that's what I believe.
You're looking at the beginning of the Bloodline Hollywood, I would call it.
Yeah, just as long as we don't get to Bloodline 2000, I'm fine with it.
We may. Well, I think that's the thing. What you see Jimmy's down. At some point, Jey Uso and Jimmy are going to reunite. They're going to reunite with Roman Reigns, and that's going to be Bloodline Wolfpack, and Heyman's going to be right along with them.
Really? You think they would be the Wolfpack?
Yeah.
Well, they're the ones that would be breaking off. So,
just like the Wolfpack was Nash, it was Hall, it was Conan, it was the cool shit. They had the music.
Okay.
It's going back to it was the essence of the NWO where Hollywood was. I don't want to say a bunch of others, but I'm not saying it's going to be a 1-to-1 because at some point NWO Hollywood was dude and a bunch of lackeys, and this is not going to be that.
Right, because the original NWO was like the original 3 guys, then basically a bunch of jabronis, and then those jabronis stayed, and that was NWO Hollywood, where Hall and Nash basically spun off into Wolfpack, and that's where you had like Sting came in with the red face paint and became Wolfpack.
I didn't get the reference.
And they were red and black.
Gotcha.
Right. I don't know. The LWO, I think, was aligned with Wolfpack.
I'm 1000% in line with my cousin. If this happens, this is absolutely ass.
I agree that it would jump the shark, but I don't know how else are they going to get to Roman versus Rock? What's going to be the point of that without the title?
Question. Here's the bigger question, because in the past 2-year period, there have been several points where we've all questioned, like, they better pick up the pace on this Bloodline storyline. Like, what are they doing? And then, like, right when you think it's getting a little too much, it's like, bam, they do something that gets you back in. Mm-hmm. So have they garnered enough trust that you're willing to be like, okay, I see what they're doing. Let me, this is not the old regime anymore. Let's wait it out. Like, I'm going to give them the rope that they're looking for.
Sean Tragedy, I think that's a great question. I don't know which one of the Bloodline members joins the LWO, but I would not be surprised. Everybody's been waiting for more of the family to come through to the Bloodline, right? Every other day, someone say, "Oh, Jacob Fatu, Jacob Fatu,
Zilla Fatu's gonna show up."
I think it's too young. It's too soon for him.
For Jacob or Zilla, both of them.
Zilla, I think it's too soon for Zilla.
What if they start?
Maybe another year or two, but I think he goes to NXT though.
I was gonna say maybe they start Bloodline 2000 starts in NXT, and it's a bunch of the younger ones. Ava's watching them down. See, Ava's watching them down there because she's got the. Come on, man. It
I mean, Paul
itself.
Heyman said if last year Paul Heyman said we're only in the 3rd inning, so what? Now we're in like the 5th inning.
Something like that, yeah. If what people are saying is next year we're going to be getting Rock versus Roman, yeah. I would assume they're going to be drawing the storyline out somehow between now and March, especially with The Rock being in and out of the Fed.
Listen, they got to keep that mana running strong.
The money.
I think they need to feed some women into the Bloodline too. It's been impactful every time, like you said, every time it feels like they're going down, they do something and it pops right back up. I think that the introduction to new members is good, but I think they need women. I think it would be helpful for that locker room.
Like who?
That division.
Tamina should have been involved. Tamina
Yes.
could have been a
Yes.
silent enforcer.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's looked at as a mother in the locker room.
Yeah.
She was with the Usos when they debuted.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, that
That's
makes
right.
sense. Makes a lot of sense. I guess she would be Bloodline Hollywood and have Naomi jump in.
Yeah, but they only got one person to fight.
That's how they always look at what was the 6-man street fight at WrestleMania Sunday? It was the 3 guys fought, and then when the one woman came in, B-Fab came in and kicked her head off. That's what they do anyway.
Or they can just spin off a different, like they can be a part of the group, but maybe create something else outside of that for the other women. It doesn't necessarily. They don't necessarily. They can still have this dotted line, but still kind of,
It would just take 2 of them to like get Tamina, get Naomi together, and Naomi turns on
retired.
Bianca.
Tamina retired.
But she could be
retired?
like a Heyman.
Yeah.
She could be a Heyman, right? She could be a, like, what did you say, an enforcer or something like that? Yeah, she could be that with the ladies. And have them act.
Fam said
Okay, we're gonna get the tag team of Malcolm and Eddie, and they're gonna.
Fam said this is the Tubi thematic version of the Bloodline story. Yeah, it could be.
I don't fantasy books. So.
I mean, look, they could again. Like, well, maybe that's the thing I'm getting at. So, like, I think they've given us enough trust that they know what they're doing to a certain degree at this point, that I'm willing to just sort of sit back and enjoy the ride.
That's right.
Whereas I think a lot of us, myself included, have been conditioned by WWE to second guess everything right from the start and be like, well, okay, we like this now. This is an interesting thing, but none of us really trust that they're going to deliver, any sort of real big to do with it. And I think that, again, like, times are changing. I think
you don't think that they delivered in the past 3 years? You don't think that they delivered?
No, I think they have. I'm saying before that, like let's not forget how bad WWE programming was, like, right before the pandemic.
Yeah,
like there was a whole year, the
Roman
year where
Reigns
they
was
did like the
soaked in
wild
dog
card
food.
rule and the 24/7 champion. They were just throwing anything at the wall.
Terrible.
And then a whole year went by, and then after that year, they came out in like a January Monday Night Raw, and that's when they did the whole like, okay, like now we're gonna listen to you, and like you, the audience, are gonna control what's going on.
I remember that.
And I
Okay.
remember thinking to myself, like, you said you were gonna change it last year. And then you're literally doing the same like Baron Corbin's still doing the same thing in the main event. Like this guy's still in the main event doing the same thing. Like, why would we trust you at this point? And then things didn't get better.
Yeah.
It's interesting we talk about things changing and everything because WWE has actually had some force change this week. After SmackDown, one of the other big stories was on Raw. Rhea Ripley had to come out and vacate the Women's World Championship due to last I saw was an AC injury. I've seen everything from 4 to 6 weeks to recover from a surgery to 3 months to feeling 100%, but I don't think WWE has said anything about it whatsoever. But correct me if I'm wrong, as of right now, they're saying that they're going to be determining who the next champion is going to be on Monday.
On Monday? I thought it was
so.
a tournament. It's not a whole tournament?
I think the tournament is. I think they're starting a tournament on Monday.
That's what happens on. Okay. That's what starts on Monday.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
We don't, but there's not many details about this at all.
No.
Well, I think
outside of Monday, I haven't seen anything.
I guess the assumption would be that something would be happening in France, Lyon, France, for Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? That's May.
Yeah, that's the beginning of May. Whatever that, at least the first Saturday or Sunday in May. With the Raw situation over there with the women on that roster, who do we see picking up that title?
Liv.
Easily.
I ain't gonna say that because then I'm gonna be a hater.
Listen, do I want Liv to win the title?
Be who you are.
I don't.
Be who you are.
First of all, never mind.
No. Don't speak now. Forever hold your peace.
Yeah,
I mean,
what you gotta say, man?
Give it to us.
I feel like there's always this campaign for Liv Morgan, and
I'm sorry.
While I do think she looks great and she should be a top girl, I just don't believe it.
Yeah,
I don't believe any of it. I don't believe it in the ring. I don't feel her hits. I don't feel like she's a major threat. The whole crazy, enraged,
the revenge tour.
Girl.
Yeah, the revenge tour. I don't believe it.
I still don't believe. I just don't believe her, and I'm sure she's a nice girl, but I just don't believe her. And it's like it makes me mad when I see this.
Really?
That's what I thought, Meals. Thank you. That's what I thought, Meals. I'm sorry, Didi.
Really?
It makes like she's like this.
Let me see if I can find.
If they had a lower tier, like an intercontinental women's title, then I would be all for it. But I don't believe her.
Yeah,
I knew I wasn't tripping. I just found.
Yeah, the only reason I say no. Go ahead, man. No, I was gonna say the only reason I say Liv is because it seemed like they had a plan for her with Rhea. So it's like, okay, if you've got a plan for Liv,
gonna be
like
food.
right?
Be crowned,
yeah.
But then if it's not Liv, then it's Nia, like because there's only but
Nia Jax.
Right.
It's either Nia or
I think
Lynch.
Nia's in a perfect position to have a title right now.
Yes.
Nia's food as well, though. We know, right?
Well, none of them are food. Now, someone's got to get the belt.
For whoever. I mean, Becky Lynch is back. Rhea Ripley's going to be coming back at some point.
I don't think Becky does not need the
belt. I didn't. Who said need? I didn't say need.
I know.
I'm just surveying what's going on out there. At some point, Becky Lynch is going to get a title, right?
Right, but I'm just in my head picking off like you shouldn't have it right now, and I'm saying Becky shouldn't get it.
Becky, if it's Becky, they need Becky to be Becky to be champion. But I think it's Nia Jax.
Yeah. Becky just had the NXT Women's title not 6 months ago, 7 months ago. Becky will get a title if they want her to get a title.
Have people really soured on Becky Lynch? I get this feeling.
Yes, they have.
Never felt great.
That too.
They finally caught up to what some people were feeling. I think was going on. Right now.
Me and Mimi have this conversation behind the scenes all the time.
Salt and pepper.
About Rebecca Quinn. Get up on this.
Dun, dun,
Me and Mimi talk about Rebecca Quinn, you know, and her status a lot. And, you know, she's always been made by somebody. Mimi
That's right.
said this perfectly. She's always been made by somebody. And
Nia Jax.
right. And I just don't feel like I'm looking for that thing that makes me like, oh, she killed it in ring. I can point to
Never.
all of the horsewomen except for her.
Becky Lynch.
Yes.
I like that.
And find
Talk that talk.
matches,
Talk your talk.
and find matches. I think I
Oh.
instantly think about Charlotte and Ronda and the kendo stick. I just love that match.
What I do?
Mhm.
I think about Sasha and Bailey NXT
Mhm.
takeover.
Right.
I think
course.
about Sasha and Charlotte Hell in a Cell.
Mhm.
I don't ever think about a Becky Lynch match.
Well,
You don't
well,
think- you don't
here's
think-
here's the answer to that is that
I
it's,
love it.
when it comes to WWE, and I'm not saying for me, I'm saying what they're looking for. They want the moments more than the matches. And they had a lot more moments with Becky Lynch as the main character than they'd had with a lot of other women that have been at the top. But again, to your point, they're the ones that created those moments. So
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, the other
know,
person
you
created
could
the
say
moment.
she's
The
handpicked.
The other person created the moment.
She got
about
bust up
Nia
in the
Jax,
face.
Like
I
Nia
think about
Jax
it.
punched her in the schnoz.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
In the face.
I did think Becky and Sasha Banks was a good match.
I don't even remember.
They like this.
That was
This
in
is what they
NXT.
want to see.
Right, that
Okay,
they
people.
make T-shirts out.
She lucked out because at that point, the man was not the man.
Look at her eyes. She was
she
gone.
knocked
She
out.
said,
She was
"Thank you,
knocked out.
Jesus."
Nia Jax should get anything she want out of that lady for the rest
Shout
of
out
her
to
career.
Stat
For
guy
the
Greg.
rest of her life. The rest of her life.
Jesus Christ. So
That's
so
right.
Jesus Christ.
so Nia Jax or nobody basically.
Is now you saying Nia Jax is a nobody?
No, I'm saying
No,
if it's
same.
not, if it's got to be Nia Jax then. If it's not Liv and it's not Becky Lynch, it's got to be Nia Jax.
I honestly
What's the
don't
match?
think.
What's the match
Somebody
on
said
Monday?
in the comments, a couple people said Chelsea Green.
I was about to say the same thing.
Big food.
Big food, but entertaining.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a women's champion that's been, all of the women's champions have been very serious. They've been very, you know,
Dominant.
that kind of girl.
Mhm.
We haven't had a kind
Fun.
of champion like Chelsea Green. And
There's no reason.
about Chelsea. I mean, yeah. But
I mean,
she's
Carmella
gonna
did a
be
good
champion
job.
Anyway, right.
Carmella did a good job.
Hey.
She was, but she did a good job of making you
Being a
hate
character?
that she had it, making you
Yeah.
hate that she had it.
You did say
Exactly.
believable.
And that's what I'm saying. I like, and
Facts, fam.
saying, you're saying believable. I'm getting tired of believe. When I say believable, meaning believing the character.
Right.
I don't believe Liv's character.
Right.
I don't believe when I say Sheamus is a character in the product, his product has always been presented a certain way. I believe Chelsea Green's character.
Mhm.
I believe what that character does. I believe how that character moves. This is basic theater. This is show business. I believe her. So if I can believe the character, and
She
there's
could be your
sufficient
women's world
range
champion.
for a period of time. It don't have to be a long time. It don't have to be even 2 months.
It don't have to
just
be
a
clean.
one-way.
It don't have to
Right.
be clean either.
It could be one
If
night.
you wrote the story correctly, and the performer can deliver the story.
I don't know. It's
And
I mean,
it's for a month.
I-
A week.
Hey, that question. My
Yeah.
bad. Let you finish your thought.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
I know. It was a few weeks ago.
thank you, Royale. Thank
we
you,
had a
Royale.
conversation about Roxy,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
And then
Mhm.
you came back, and then we picked that we continued that conversation. You were like, "I'll take that back. I can see Roxy with her
Unbelievable
and Liv
character.
Morgan, her and Liv Morgan being about the same size and stature. What is it that Liv isn't doing? So you believe what Liv's doing in the ring and just not the character, or do you think that she's not doing something in ring to believe
I
it like you
halfway
have
believe
Roxy?
it in the ring. What it is, and I'm going to be fair to her, and I'm going to be fair with how I assess. because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a person that has 800 years of wrestling knowledge. I come from theater, I come from film, I come from music. And rule number one to those industries, especially being a former battle rapper, we have to believe you.
That's fact.
And the problem is the characters who do well, the performers who do well, in some capacity, we believe them.
Okay.
Roman had a hard time trying to be a face because the public knew he wasn't no damn face. But the minute he became a heel, we believed that heel.
We believed
That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking a dig at that person personally or anything like that. Sometimes it comes down to the writing of the character. Sometimes it comes down because guess what? There have been people who were supposed to be squashed, who made that squash work because they leaned into the character and rose. R-Truth has lasted way longer than he should have because he has leaned into the character. He is making people break character on stage, and that's because he is leaning into that gimmick. If I don't believe you in the gimmick, it's not going to translate. We can put that belt on Liv, and guess what? Does Liv elevate that belt? She had the belt the last time, and she fought Ronda. Did she elevate that belt?
I didn't believe that run at all.
We didn't believe it at all.
I don't blame Liv for that though. Big Jersey's doing their thing.
How long?
He's a Jersey.
I was there. I saw when she lost that title. I wasn't fit. Well, and the other thing was that because we talked about this. I'm looking it up now, Matt. The other thing we didn't touch on when we were talking about this on Turnbuckle Talk, I believe Liv was supposed to be getting in that Wyatt family because that was the night Bray Wyatt, rest in peace, returned, and her Twitter went black. Seth Rollins went. So she lost that title. I think something else was going to happen because they wanted Ronda Rousey to be that person, but that was 2022. When did she win that title?
Yeah, that was another thing with Ronda. Ronda, another one, started off nice, but then she stopped believing in the character. Ronda wanted to be a face, and when Ronda had to become a villain, or should have become a villain, she didn't want to do that. She wanted to be America's hero, and as a result, the crowd turned on her.
Liv held that title from July of 2022 to October 2022, about 98 days.
See, this is why this is why your voice is important in this conversation, because we're all, for the most part, like when we hear Liv Morgan, we're like, oh, well, we know Liv. Like Liv's been there for years, and we've seen her go. You're saying that you're coming at it from a completely different point of view. You don't have the wrestling knowledge that a lot of other people may come in with. But that's perfect because there shouldn't be any gatekeeping. Too many people gatekeep wrestling to the point where they can't see what the product really should be at a certain time. Like the product should be like, okay, if you're someone who hasn't watched wrestling, this is something I talked about a little bit in a different context that, Cal, I'll put that on you if we want to get into that a little later. But there was something that happened on Raw this past week where I was like, this is beautiful. If you showed someone this 30-second clip, they would know immediately what's going on. They would know this person's a babyface, this person's hot, like the whole crowd's behind them. And it's like that's stuff that they didn't do in the past, but that new viewers need. And older viewers need it too, because it's just invigorating. It's exciting. But they need to always take each show as if someone brand new is going to be watching.
That's right.
And sometimes we forget that.
And you know what? Honestly, I love that you said that, because when I got back into wrestling over the pandemic, it were certain people that came across my screen in commercials that intrigued me. And I always point to Bianca. She intrigued me because she spoke to me on a cultural level. In a different space, I had no idea what was going on in wrestling. Charlotte Flair. You know why they always put that belt on Charlotte? Because you believe her. You can't stand her when she gets it. Yeah. And guess what? Whoever beats her
is made.
Damn, y'all called her Roman
Some people
Reigns.
don't know what they want sometimes. Like, I remember when Jinder Mahal got the belt a couple years ago. God, it's been like almost, 8 years now?
Who did he win that off of again?
2017? Something like
AJ
that.
Styles?
Yeah, well, he
Was it
won
AJ
it
Styles?
from Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, okay.
But I had problems with his reign. They did that racist shit with him and Shinsuke, and like that wasn't cool. But the way he won the belt, I was all on board with because he was a true chicken shit heel, and I liked the way that he came back into the fold, and he was now all like big buff Jinder Mahal, and he was like, you know what? I've got my 2 lackeys with me now. Like, I'm at the bottom of the food chain. Fuck it. I'm just going to go right to the top, and I'm going to steal the belt. I'm going to goad Randy Orton into a match, and then I'm going to use my lackeys to put him down, get the belt. And then he was, like, driving away in a limo, like, in the sunroof, like, waving the belt around Las Vegas. And it's like, that's good heel work. And people were pissed about it and like, oh, he doesn't deserve it, blah, blah. Bullshit, he doesn't deserve it.
I believe it.
Exactly. He made you hate him.
The difference is Jinder Mahal is like 6'8".
Well, okay.
15 pounds of fucking. He's chiseled.
On that note, though, because someone in the chat mentioned the name, Shayna Baszler. I mean, she was at Bloodsport. She stomped somebody on their head and won the match. Nobody wasn't thinking about that. Is that somebody who should hold the title?
The problem that I have is they gave up on Shayna Baszler when they started having her biting niggas.
Right.
That was a minute ago.
That was years
that
ago.
was a minute ago.
Like, we remember.
But she came in fire.
Yes.
That was right around the time Roman Reigns got the dog food dumped on him. Though. It was a little after that.
Deserved. All that was deserved.
Shayna has not been written well since she left NXT. I don't blame her. I blame the writing. Once again, she is a victim. I'm gonna tell you 2 people who are stellar, and victims of writing the character. Io and Shayna. Io and Shayna, the way that character is made believable and is gotten over is through that ring work.
Because you're 1,000,000,000% right, and I'm like, yo, that works on the other show. Their ring work will work somewhere else.
Jesus.
I don't think so, because the crowd was really excited for EO on night 1, or was it that night 2?
They were dead for the whole run.
Yeah,
when she came through.
They didn't do nothing.
That proved that if you had put her in the ring during that run and had her doing outrageous spots, damage control, have her being reckless, the trash can spots, when she was at NXT and she dropped the Dr. Markel and jumped off the top of the display. That's what we should have been seeing from Io Sky, because the language barrier is an issue. Honestly, Asuka is the only one who knows how to break the language barrier without speaking English. The rest of them just don't know how to do it. Except for in ring. You got to give these ladies matches. That's how those characters are made. They got to be assassins. Shayna, same thing. I don't like Shayna when she opened her mouth. But Shayna's presence, Shayna's feel in ring, Shayna's intimidation, that is how you write the character. They're not. I did like
her with. I did like Shayna with Nia at one point when they were doing the shopping. Like I like the comedy.
I know what you're talking about. They did the shopping venue. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
They were walking around being like.
You don't remember that? Was it not? She was getting married or something like that. Or she was going on a date. Nia was shopping for something, and Shayna didn't want to be there.
Shayna was on a date.
Yeah,
it was with Reggie. Yeah, it was when Reggie was trying. It was
with Shayna.
Reggie thing.
Yeah, it was around this period. It was sometime around there. No bullshit. It was sometime around there.
It was campy. It was campy, and I
was gonna say
Shayna was on a date with Reggie.
No, Nia was on a
supposed
date
to
with
be
Reggie.
Viking.
Math is shocked. He's doing the Home Alone,
damn, what
slapping
the-
his face. And...
She is called the Queen of Spades.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, listen.
Jesus Christ. The what I was gonna say was to DDM's point, and it's a conversation we were having in the chat on Tuesday night. If you watch Tuesday and what Shawn Michaels is doing with the NXT show, in that 2 hours, you're guaranteed at least 2 segments with women. One of them is going to be an ill match. You may get dope matches out of both of them with conversation. Women are all over that show. If there was even a little bit of the attention, facts was paid. It's
no,
facts.
you did the woo-ha.
Oh, my fault. My internet was internet, and my fault. My fault.
You like a Hype Williams video for a moment. Like,
Queen of Spades is not the name of the show, but women are all over that show in a great way. They're really high. Roxanne Perez,
Yeah, you're right.
Jada Parker, any woman that's on that show, if they're dope, they're gonna have a fan base. If they took a little bit of that, specifically for Raw, for your Shayna Baszlers, for your Liv Morgans, for your Nia Jaxes, for your Chelsea Greens, for your Candice LeRae's, you could get some real traction, some real motion out of these people.
but for someone like Shayna, I know like only certain people I guess get this treatment now, but like, what would be the problem of giving her like a manager or
I agree.
I feel like
Vin, I agree.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see
because
that.
some people just don't. Some people like their in-ring work is so specific that you almost don't want them to speak. And that's a very small category because in a perfect world in wrestling, you would want everyone to learn to show their character. But with Shayna, I think she falls into that class of you could have a mouthpiece for her.
Who?
Oh, put a manager on her.
You are going in and out.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Who's the voice that you put with her though? Who's the manager?
I see. This is where
I don't know.
If they
That's
go
the
together.
question.
I don't know if these two go together, but when I felt bad when they brought Ronda Rousey in and they had Sonya Deville. Right, I'm gonna get there. Just watch me. I'm gonna get there. Sonya Deville's character got. They wiped their ass. Ronda Rousey wiped her ass with Sonya Deville's character.
Right.
Right. Sonya Deville came back, remade herself into whatever what she was, which was the assistant to the chair, whatever the fuck she was.
Yeah.
And you saw her on air character develop there. She began to speak on the mic more. I would put another woman with Shayna Baszler, and that's where I would use Sonya Deville, to be honest with you, because she can talk and she's not soft.
I like that. That's a good idea.
But she's not as great in the ring, but she's better on the microphone. So that's where I would use her.
Okay.
Fat bitches. That's what I'm talking. See, man.
No, we're on the same page.
We be on the same page.
We on the
Even
same
though we
page,
not on the
baby.
same page about Toyota Montana.
Don't do that. Don't. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper.
No, look, I didn't say anything.
You think it's funny. You think it's funny.
No, you got to do the Jada Parker. Do the Jada Parker.
Or she hit the.
Yup. Every time I see her, I'm like, look at my little sister.
I'm like, damn, man, ain't this some shit? I went to high school with her.
Nah, facts, Miss Parker. You went to high school with Jada.
Hey, Miss
A
Parker.
whole bunch of Jadas.
A whole bunch of Jadas. Well, hey.
I like Jada Parker.
Oh, I love her.
Don't get me started.
Mm-hmm.
We on NXT right now. I do want to ask thoughts on
That was great. We got a whole cage match.
a whole ass cage match. Ended the feud, I think. No,
Ended it. Yeah, that's over.
Yeah.
Song.
he hit him with the it's the trick shot. Is the shot that he hit him with the chair at the end of that. And now Trick's got Dragon off. I don't know if it's next week. Is that confirmed next week? Because Spring
Whenever
Breakin'
the
is
Spring Breakin' show is.
well, it's 2 weeks.
Is it next
so I don't.
week? Oh, it's 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, I think it technically starts next week, but I don't know if
What do you mean starts?
it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks of stuff programming.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes NXT will have a special, and the special will be week
Okay.
1, week 2. Great
Yeah,
American
they
Bash.
did like
was
Great
that.
American. Yeah, I was gonna say Great American Bash. They did like a 2-week thing.
So this, like, we could potentially be seeing Trick Williams as NXT. I'm not trying to. I mean, he could either win or lose a match. It could happen next week.
It's his time. Sorry, Dave Meltzer. It's time.
Well,
It came up fast. It came up fast. I will say I wasn't sure. He shut me up. They both put on an amazing program. And even if you're somebody that doesn't watch all the time, they had the story element, the physicality, and I just feel like that is how wrestlers are supposed to. That's their job. Their job is to help bring the next person up. And
Yes.
Carmelo Hayes did an amazing job doing that and helping him do that. And Trick is going to be okay. Like, he proved that he is that dude.
his time is now.
His time is now.
I think the thing is like every conversation about every title, every match over the next couple of weeks is going to be the draft is coming, because the draft is literally next week.
Yeah.
Next Friday, I believe, is when it's I believe it's that Friday, maybe that Monday after.
But we also the thing we can't do though is get shocked if he doesn't get brought up in the draft.
Wait,
because
Trick?
we thought that
We talking about
yeah,
Trick?
I'm talking
I
about
don't
anyone in NXT.
Okay,
Oh,
I don't think
yeah,
Trick is
okay.
ready for the main
But that's
roster.
including Trick, because like didn't we think last year that like Braun Breaker was going to go up and they kept him in it for another year and he was in a weird tag team with
Carmelo.
Baron
Well,
Corbin and
after
Carmelo.
after Braun lost the
Better.
title, I think a lot of people thought that he was going up to the main roster then, and they kept him around.
For
So
the
I think
better,
this
though,
goes
it made
back
it better for them.
Right. I think this goes back to like the idea of we have to. Well, you don't have to. Everyone has their own opinion, but like I'm more apt to trust them now when they don't bring someone up. Whereas again, in the past, it used to be, oh, they didn't bring this person up. Oh well, something's wrong here. Like they're delaying their growth, or like they would push someone too soon. And it would be like, this person should have stayed in NXT. So now it's like, okay, if someone still needs to cook a little bit, leave them in there. These guys are still very young. Like, we're not talking about throwing 35-year-olds up on the roster.
And that's what somebody was saying. I can't remember if it was Cal. Me and Cal talk all fucking day.
We were talking
But
about this. the other day.
I don't know who it was, so blame it on the brain, not the heart.
Right.
We're talking about somebody that's been wrestling for 2 years.
Something like that,
Right.
yeah. Right.
And of course, and I'm speaking on what main man's comments were. Of course, you can't put them in the same sentence as Ric Flair.
Right.
Of course, you can't put them in the same sentence as the Young Bucks, even though they ass. Pardon me, that's just how I feel.
No, facts is facts.
But you haven't given. He's in a developmental league.
We're
This is
talking
the
Right.
Like,
Let them
yeah.
develop.
Let 'em
92,
develop.
92 total matches. We're talking that's including dark matches, live matches that aren't on TV. And he
Yeah,
only
exactly.
October 2021 is when he started. He's not even
Like,
at
come
3
on,
full
man.
years.
Yeah,
Come
maybe
on,
Bimmy
man.
and Jimmy
That's
Buck
a-
should have cooked a little bit more.
It's 90. It's 90 matches.
Shouts out to
Like, yo,
AKWB.
give him a minute.
Yes.
Shout out to A.
Salute.
AK,
Salute.
throw another 5 in there so I can get some Haribo's.
I thought you were about to say something else. I thought you were going to say something else entirely. Something else entirely. Like, are we?
But
Are
no,
we?
you got to give somebody like this time. He came up. Nobody was expecting. This is me. I saw Carmelo Hayes, and I'm like, yo, Carmelo Hayes is out of here. I saw that Carmelo Hayes had a sidekick, and I'm like, oh, okay, Carmelo Hayes has a sidekick. At no point in time did I say Carmelo Hayes' sidekick, which is crazy.
That's right.
Is about to be out of here. We didn't know this.
No.
He didn't know this.
Talk about it, man.
So why you got to give him this? This shit happened literally overnight.
Right. Imagine what you won't know a year from now.
That's right. That's when I thought in Dallas, WrestleMania Dallas, everybody was talking about how he should be moved up, Carmelo Hayes. And I was like, I don't know. And then we thought he was going to be moved up last year when we went to LA. And I was like, he's ready. I didn't think that I thought he hit a ceiling at that point. But he broke that ceiling. He broke that cieling.
That's what developmental's for. Like, that's what you're working these guys and gals out. That's
right.
So Dave Meltzer said something that was semi-accurate, but you're talking about somebody that just started pro wrestling. You fucking douchebag.
Right. 2 years, like guys, like what, man? 2-3 years. It's like, again, sorry, they're not the Bucks who couldn't find a character if it walked right into them.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mo and Joe.
Mo and Joe.
Bimmy and Jimmy Buck.
Bimmy and Jimmy is great. We'll probably have to talk Dynasty a little later. I don't know. Unless that's the perfect segue. I mean, it's Sunday.
Now with these,
Sunday.
now with salt and pepper.
Well,
do we?
Should we?
I've been holding my.
Do we make it a game?
More
like
bottles. Thank you, body more bottles.
Wait.
Let me give you a little reaction.
Shout out to Zell.
Do we make it a game? Like how many matches we actually care about?
Mimi, what the? Mimi's got the glow.
Oh damn! I do need some Haribos too. I need to. Oh, you know what the vibe is. You already know what the vibe
Get those
is.
Smurf Haribos. Ooh.
I don't know about those.
No.
You ever had the Smurf Haribos, the blueberry Smurf ones? No, they're gummy. They're shaped like Smurfs.
Really? I've never seen those.
I don't know nothing about
that. Really?
That's real?
Look up Smurf Haribo. It's real.
No, it's not.
Smurf.
It's real. Look it up.
Harry, I'm looking. Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's real. All right. Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ!
I'm doing too many things at one time. Hold on one sec. No, I don't know about that. Don't put that.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
oh wow!
Shit is real.
Are those Papa Smurfs in there?
Yeah. Wait, is there a Papa Smurf? No.
Dude, you got to buy them online?
No,
I think you can Amazon, Walmart. What is all this shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Why do they need so many?
I don't know what the hell was all that.
We need more money for Smurf Haribos.
Smurf Haribo sounds like a never mind. It sounds like a strain of something.
Yeah. Smoking that Smurf Haribo.
Hit the Patreon.
They really put the calorie content. What the fuck is going on here? Nah, but
I don't know if I should eat these Smurf Haribos. How many calories are
this is ridiculous.
Smurf yourself a bag of sweetness.
Where can we get those?
No, where can you
Fans
buy
said they're
them?
Five Below. I just see them at like
they're everywhere.
Store. Yeah,
they got Amazon. This is not sponsored. Not sponsored. Like the video sponsored. If you want Haribo to sponsor Black Rasslin Podcast.
Go subscribe to the Patreon if you want Haribo.
Look at this. The joint made from real Smurfs.
Real Smurfs.
Crazy.
That's ridiculous. That's actually you can go to
cousin Smurf.
Do your Googles. Just literally Smurf Haribo. You can find them. Don't worry about it.
Was like, do your Googles on my cousin Smurf.
I just said that's your job. I'm not the Fed.
Cousin Smurf.
Like, nah.
You give out whole names and everything and dates and all that stuff.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're doing better. 7 years later, you're doing much better. You're not incriminating anybody on the podcast, on the YouTube live. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This Sunday, I apologize to Salt and Pepper in advance, but this Sunday is AEW Dynasty. Put that over my face.
Yeah. Show more security footage on the pay-per-view?
They may have to. Yo, 12 matches for real is a lot of matches for a night of pro wrestling.
That's a lot. Let's see. What can
Every title.
Yo,
Trent Beretta versus Matt Sydal. We can get rid of.
Wait. Oh, we're removing matches. So the
I'm taking
second
Trent
match
Beretta versus Matt Sydal out.
we have to keep STP versus Orange Cassidy and
Yes.
Shibata.
I'm actually very interested in that one.
We kind of have to keep the Acclaimed.
Yes.
Versus Bullet Club.
Copeland, Mark Briscoe, House of Black. That's the trio. We can get rid of the trios match, I guess.
We could probably get rid of
that. The Hook Chris Jericho match. Okay, hold on. Let's put a pin on that one for a second, because Hook versus Chris Jericho, I don't want to see it. I'm a fan of Hook. I think that they've done wrong by Hook by keeping him with his fake daddy title. For the past 3 years now. It's can we get this title off of him and put a real fucking belt on this kid? But he's not even a kid anymore. It's been
he's a kid.
He's a kid.
Now. You said that right.
You just sowed his fate, though, huh?
Yeah,
losing that title.
Yeah, he sealed his fate.
Because they just added that match.
Chris Jericho's gonna be walking around with the fuck the world Taz title.
It's the FTW rules match.
Y'all want stories, and that's like the one story they've been telling on the TV for the last however many weeks. Just saying. But I mean, I'll take that match over Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would too, because this Undisputed Kingdom thing is. I think it's a complete failure to launch. I think it's
bad.
It hasn't gotten off to the way they wanted it to. I think they rushed it out, even though I know they've been waiting on it for a while. So it's weird, right? Because Adam Cole was injured, they had to wait, and then they waited too long. And instead of being you know what, we'll just put this on the shelf and wait till he's fully recovered, they instead were okay, we're just gonna launch it anyway, and nobody cares about it. They're not as interesting, and the faction name isn't as interesting. That's it's the little things, people. It's the little things. You call the group the Undisputed Kingdom,
right?
Which is literally the last two names of Adam Cole's last two factions.
I don't like it.
And you expect me to think that you're doing something new and innovative?
But y'all love
them. Get the fuck out of here.
But y'all love them.
Know this shit.
I always have. Well, me personally, I never liked Adam Cole. I thought he was the same guy in NXT as he was in ROH.
Y'all
which was
Adam
just
Cole.
Fine.
Sean Tragedy said he gonna be back for a while. Y'all love Adam Cole, so y'all
he's not gonna be back for a while. So what, you gonna deal with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett?
That sinks Wardlow. That sinks all of them, right? Because it was
Wardlow.
He ain't on this pay-per-view, huh? He is not on this card at all.
Listen. So the next match is Julia Hart and Willow Nightingale. I think we all want to see that.
I want to see that because we know Willow's gonna win, and that's gonna set up Willow and Mercedes, which is going to be good, although I wish they would have given Mercedes a match on this card, because she needs to actually fucking do something.
Hold on,
instead of just standing around every...
Let's go to the salt shaker. Let's go to the salt shaker.
I'm sorry.
Toyota Mangette been working my nerves.
Oh, no.
Let's hear from them, Vin. Hold on.
Well, she can't wrestle, right?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
she can
I don't know
wrestle.
if that's been preferred. I don't know if that's been confirmed.
Has she been cleared?
Well, if she hasn't been cleared, she should not have been debuted yet.
All of these are question marks until they figure out what's going on.
You know what, Vin? I like you, Vin. Because Vin, we do need a DJ in Salt and Pepper. We did.
Vinderella.
There we go.
I'm putting Vinderella on the list of names for the episode. I don't care what nobody says.
Salt, pepper, and Vinderella.
No, but I mean, I think as Vin was saying, I think
they've been fucking blowing smoke up their own ass this past week. Not this week, but last week with the whole security footage.
Yeah.
And who? And the security footage aired, and it was okay, so this is exactly what CM Punk said it was. And there was no winner in that because you only had a certain amount of outcomes it could have been. So one, if it was showing something incriminating about CM Punk, okay, what does that do for anyone in this feud right now that you're talking about someone in a completely different company? And then the outcome that could have been, which was the one that did happen, is that it was a big nothing burger, and now Tony Khan looks like a huge wuss because it's like, oh, I feared for my life, and you're thinking like, oh, what happened? What did CM Punk do? CM Punk like peered his head behind Gorilla and like stared him down for a second. Like, you feared for your life? You're the fucking weakling. Like, the buck stops with you. It's your company. Like, grow a pair of fucking balls. Like, I get that. Like, nice is nice. I was telling this to Amelia before. Nice is nice. And for the benefit of the doubt, like, by all accounts, he seems like a very nice guy to the talent that he works with. But nice is nice. And if I own the company, I want your respect more than I want you to think I'm nice.
I'm nice. Thank you.
The longer Vin talks, the more we lose sponsorship.
Well, you lost the sponsors about
AEW is gone
6-7 years ago. So Okada Pac is going to be a banger.
That's going to be fire.
I love me some Pac.
After all this talk and going back to the footages, Young Bucks and FTR in a ladder match better be the best match on that card.
I don't want to see that.
It better, with all the pomp and circumstance, that better be the match of the night. I don't think they can do anything else.
Pomp and circumstance because the feud wasn't about them.
There was footages.
It was.
I'm saying they turned some footages into a storyline for the match, and it was the talk of the town for AEW. So I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know what else. Why are there?
I don't know, Justin. Write a letter to TK and let him answer.
Yes.
I'm so all in, and this is why.
I'm sorry to say the Tony Storm Thunder Rosa match. I'm back and forth on the level of care for that compared to some of the other Tony Storm matches that could be going on. But you have to keep Will Osprey, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
There's nothing but wrestling in that. That's some real rap right there.
Can I just speak my piece on this Will Osprey shit?
Talk about it.
I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. You cannot keep putting Will Osprey on regular television every week.
They don't know no other way.
It's gonna play itself out, my nigga.
Well, okay, you can put him on TV, but here's what you do: you give him the old school babyface treatment. You should not have him fighting big names on TV every week. So when you go, okay, this week we're gonna do a dream match with him versus Shibata, it's like, why? Have him just squash some local talent if you want to put him on TV every week, because the fans love him. Like they clearly got something.
No, he's amazing.
What local talent can, because he needs somebody that can do the spots.
Yes.
No, you don't. Just don't give that stuff away on free TV.
So
like, listen, you're gonna get like you're gonna get amazing matches, but you're gonna have to pay. You have to pay up. Make them want it.
What is Will Osprey without the spots?
No, you're gonna get the spots, but you're gonna get them on pay per view. You're gonna have to pay to see the dazzling stuff that he can do.
The problem is, at some point, the people who don't watch the British wrestling or the New Japan or everywhere else that Osprey's been wrestling, they don't know what he looks like, so they have to put him on TV. I'm with Matt. He don't have to wrestle Claudio and wrestle Blase, but like every other week, because Kyle Fletcher, like, they're giving away heat. They've given away like 3 or 4 bangers from Osprey since he's been in AEW.
I agree,
Takeshita, but at a certain point, he's not with Don Callis really either. Like, he's with the family, but he's out of the family. So he don't really have a mouthpiece, which, like we were saying with Shayna Baszler, I think Osprey needs. So if you're not going to get the dope promo, that's not going to be talking about grinding on somebody's stepdaughter or whatever, and you're not going to get the matches with the spots, I don't know what else you're going to get. It's
I don't
Mystique.
I don't know if he needs a mouthpiece, but I think you're speaking to a larger point with AEW, where they don't have the same developmental system as the WWE. So when you bring in Osprey, and again, people are going to scoff at this, but it's like, this is not from my mouth. This is from guys like Finn Balor who say the exact same thing, where they go, you know what? I came into WWE, and there are little things that I didn't know about doing matches on TV that I learned that helped refine what I do. So again, like, this is not me saying this. This is people who have been there and done that, who are now big stars in WWE saying it. Like, because everyone always has the same critique. Oh, well, Will Osprey's got to go to NXT to know how to look at the hard cam. It's like, it's not just looking at the hard cam, dumbass. It's about, again, the things that we don't even think about because we're in the audience. We don't have to, we're not on the stage playing to the audience. We are the audience. So we wouldn't need to know any of this.
So you don't like how often, I know this might be a little bit before you, Vin, but how often does anybody recall seeing Hulk Hogan wrestle on Superstars?
Well, that was like rare.
Why?
Well, okay. Because they introduced. No, go ahead. I was just gonna say it did change when they introduced Monday Night Raw, though, because then you would start seeing.
Yeah,
that was after Hogan, but you can't help that it was after Hogan. It's just that debuted when it debuted.
So how often did you see the top? I don't want to say seller because I don't know numbers, but how often did you see the top names wrestling?
Fairly, but here's the thing: you wouldn't see them have whole matches. They would get teased, and then at the end of the show, they would come in and squash someone. Or they would like beat the shit out of someone like in a promo segment. Like they give you that little taste to remind you this guy's the top dog, and you want to see what he can really do. You're gonna have to pay up for the pay-per-view.
So you don't think that he was built as this big star and we believed it because we didn't see him that often?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was back in the 80s and the 70s.
No, I meant Osprey.
Osprey. What do you mean specific? Yeah, I'm a little lost.
Well, I think he's saying that if Hulk Hogan was an attraction that Hulk Hogan was built into the attraction partly because we didn't see him all the time.
Well, it grew
made him a special attraction.
We've seen a lot of Will Osprey, so at a certain point there's a dilution of what makes him great because of that. But that's why they want people to be tuning into your pay-per-views and your AEW dynasties. It's just
right. No, I agree. I think we're on the same page. I think you're just
saying
they shouldn't put him on TV in matches at all. I'm saying you give him a little taste every week.
I'm saying maybe instead of people trying to compare AEW to WCW, maybe AEW should be looking at NXT and figuring out how to get some of these people developed. I'm sorry, but there's some people that need development, and we need to get past this because it's
No, I'm with you, but I don't agree with this because he was a big attraction when we had to stay up to see him at 2 a.m.
Who was
there?
Like, who was doing that?
Salt and Pepper was not doing that. Clearly.
Come on, now.
There, where?
Over there.
If we over there in the other continent.
No, we were here watching this shit.
Y'all was there watching it, not me.
Yeah, that's why I said we.
Okay, so here's the thing, man, and I'm gonna talk dollars and cents. TNT and TBS ain't worried about you watching it over there. TNT and TBS want to see a number every week. And right now, he's not big enough, and they're not doing what needs to be done to see that number every week.
But to your point,
he only showing up. He shouldn't show up every week. Whether he showed up every week or once every month.
No, wait. Who are you talking about?
He's talking about Osprey. But what I'm saying is, to your point, DDM, I think because TNT and TBS they're looking for a certain type of performance, and they're being told that Will Osprey and Mercedes Moné and all these people are the stars. They're going to say, "Hey, why are they not on the show? They got to be doing something. If that name is a star, we should be seeing some type of traffic coming from."
Well, okay. Here's the other thing that we're not even talking about is that there's marketing is very key as well. And AEW has done a very poor job at marketing their stars because I don't know if you remember, like when I don't know if it was the Rampage or the Revolution pay-per-view or a couple of the ones before that, but there was something that came out that like they would send their stars out to do media, and whenever they did that, it kind of woke people up a little bit, and we're like, oh yeah, they got to pay. Almost like, you're actually telling people you have a show going on. But then there were times where they wouldn't send their guys and gals out when the numbers would be significantly lower. And you look at something like last week, going back to where all they promoted was this security footage. And that same week, you had but were not advertised Mercedes Moné on the show. You had Okada in a match, and you had Will Osprey doing a segment. And you're not look, and would they have popped a rating? Who knows? But you have to build up to that. WWE didn't get rebuilt in a day, to where they are now. It took like 18 months for them to get to this point to where they are right now. So you gotta put in the effort. But the fact that you invested in these 3 people only a month ago, and already you're just oh well, we're not gonna promote them.
I don't know why I don't know if Osprey can be treated like NWA Ric Flair though, because if Flair's thing was not wrestling and talking, I don't think that's Osprey.
No, he can't talk.
I don't know what Osprey's going to do in this segment every week if he's not wrestling.
But this week he does have Bryan Danielson, so
right.
That's your plus.
Yeah. It'll be the Meltzer 6-star match that he never give Trick Williams that in 2 months be yeah, that was a banger, but what exactly? He's still with the Callis family? Anyway, we need to get out of here. I don't know what else we can do tonight, but
we're not gonna speak on the last match.
What's the last match?
Oh, all right.
I figured there was a last. I mean, something will probably happen at the end of that show. I'm not going to hold you.
All right, say less.
But I'll say this: if what the fans are thinking is supposed to happen doesn't happen, I don't want to hear nothing about it. I really don't, because realistically, Yo should have been doing whatever he's supposed to be doing a couple months back. It already feels like it may be past his time.
Too little, too late.
Repo Man face?
No. The Repo Man should have been the champion. And if the Repo Man doesn't have the title by Sunday night, I'm not saying that people are going to go crazy or nothing like that. I'm not sure what y'all doing. Repo Man. But there's only one question that I need to ask at the end of the goddamn. We talked about a lot of wrestling randomly tonight, but Miss Mimi,
that's too much wrestling.
Do you got a Black Rass of the week?
Willow Nightingale.
Okay, shout out Willow.
That's my girl. I think I like seeing clips of her on the timeline a little bit more, because then that means she's on TV.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that whatever happens at Dynasty,
yes,
that will open up a bigger door for her.
Oh yeah, well, it will, but you know what that door is going to lead to? Monet. Like that's all this is being built for.
Okay. Well, they need to rock.
Facts. But the DDM?
My Black Wrestler of the week is Bring It to the Floor, Naomi.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I chose Naomi this week because I really enjoyed her match with Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm giving Naomi this because so many years in her career, because she's been around for quite some time in wrestling years, especially in wrestling women's years.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi was, I think, in the first NXT class. How about that?
Mm-hmm. She's been around for a bit.
To see growth, I'm seeing a more aggressive Naomi in ring. I'm seeing an effort, and to be this late in your, I don't want to say late because Naomi looks great, but to be this far into your career and me actually seeing you still care and wanting to put forth the effort, I applaud that, and I just love Nay.
Brother Mav,
is it on me? Oh, you know what I'm going with? Black Heart.
The Black Heart.
The Black Heart.
Talk about changing a character.
Yo, I really enjoyed watching this. This was Heartland. I can't remember the promotion.
Prestige. Prestige Roseland. Prestige Roseland was the show.
Heartland. I said Heartland. Roseland. Blame it on the brain, not the heart.
Facts.
Leo Rush in the Black Heart gimmick. I love it. Love it to death. I know I see people talking about, oh, it's just a knockoff Finn Balor. Shut up, nigga.
Shut up.
It's Black Heart.
Facts.
That's right.
Watch it and love it.
That's right.
He did his thing. Check it out. Shout out to Black Heart.
Facts. Vin?
Trick Williams. We got a cage match. A traditional cage match on NXT. Like, I love it.
I love
Look at this
that.
man. Primed, ready for the CW.
Oh,
Okay, kick Billy Corgan's NWA ass off.
Shout out to King B. Shout out to King
Shout out
B.
to King B.
Yes.
I don't know what else is going on. You can watch NW. You watch the King Bees on the CW app. NWA something. Brother Fam, did you have a black wrestler? Brother Fam?
Is this nigga here?
Yes, he's here. Brother Fam is around. He's
You see the
the
stars
powers
in
of
the
nine
background?
ether.
He's in the stars.
I'm
definitely
not here.
Going. He's not here. He's not
He's
here.
like,
He's not here. He's having a backyard party, from what I heard. My black wrestler of the week.
Wait a goddamn minute.
Well,
there you go.
There he is.
Wrap it up, nigga.
There he is. No, my black wrestler of the week.
A crab boil or something.
Something like that is the one and only Javon Evans. When Dragunov said, "Hey,
Shout out to the OG.
whoever steps to me face to face, eye to eye, we get that match." And this man jumped. Everybody was trying to get to the ring one way. He said, "No, I got
He
you.
was like, no,
I got it.
I got this. Hot right open." Yeah, it was a good match too.
Look, Cody's got on that like big.
Javon Evans is
The young OG.
during Mania week.
Drag it off.
I saw him a number of times. He was making the rounds and
On like at some regular shit.
on some real he's young, you know what I mean? Like he's just, fresh talent. I don't even care about, because there was a whole dust up on the timeline, people saying nonsense about nonsense. Don't even give that no noise. You worry about Javon Evans on NXT Level Up. You worry about him on NXT. You worry about making sure that man continues to rise, just like a Trick Williams and everybody else is doing right now. Keep that forward motion and not worrying about that bullshit. Anyway, we gotta wrap this up. It's just time to get the block out of here. So, Mimi, where can the people find you on the social medias?
You know where to find me. Right here. You see the socials right here. Tuesdays at 6:35 on the Black Rasslin Podcast Twitter account. And you can see me talk shit on mine right there.
Right there. Booyaka.
DDM.
As always, it's the EST of BRP. You can find me at Everyday Midas on all social media outlets. Also, too, I have a YouTube channel, Secretary of Shade, where we discuss politics and pop culture. And you can tune in there. And yeah, shout out to my nail tech too, Nick. For
Look at that.
He watches the podcast. He watches. So I told him to shout him out.
How long was that?
Huh?
How long was that?
Oh, this is 3 hours. I'm in the chair for 3 hours every time.
I'll be rushing mine. I'm like, you got to wrap it up.
No, you can't just
design.
Put some glue on there.
No,
this is y'all wild.
My hand.
Y'all wild. But brother Matt, where can the people find you?
Look at him. Don't follow him. He's just
You better be able to play that damn guitar by the end of the summer.
Nigga, don't follow me.
Jesus Christ.
To you, Vin.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming through, Vin. Where can the people find you? What are you doing? Where are you podding? Where you at, Vin?
Yeah, go follow me over on Twitter at MightyVin, Instagram at VinForteNYC. Wrestle Rap, me and Emilio Sparks. New episodes up right now. where you can judge for yourself Emilio's take on Jon Moxley. He claims that, well, go look at the clip at WrestleRap, WRASSLERAP. Oddball Vin Forte is a sports pod that I do. Go follow that over on YouTube.com/@Oddball Podcast. I have a new article up right now on Substack, vinforte.substack.com, on Sami Zayn and the new visual production of WWE.
All the .coms. That's a good that piece Vin did was really good. If you enjoyed that little back and forth with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn, you should definitely check that out. Brother Fam, shouts out to Brother Fam, taking care of.
Where is he? Can you get on? Can you get on cam? Is he?
Oh, you getting your hair hat?
It's ridiculous.
What's wrong with him? Look at
Ridiculous. Peace to Brother Fam on the ones and twos.
Okay.
At IlFam7 on your social media choice.
Even.
As always, it's your boy Cal at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We'll get there. BlackRasslin.com is the website. And as always, you can find Black Rasslin on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Google your favorite podcast. We should be there. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. Make sure you're paying that $1 or paying that $10 to get content from
or the 11
from Vin, Fam, Downtown Tony Brown, myself. We working on some stuff. There's all types of stuff up there right now, though. So go check that out. YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. If you're not subscribed, hit that button. If you laughed one time during this episode, hit that like, tell a friend, share it, comment, all that good stuff. Boost. Shouts to everybody in the chat. We rock with y'all. Next week, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You already know the vibe on that, though. That is it for the night. Please, Mr. New Jack, take us out.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked.